Hello everyone, Memory here. Welcome to the fourth episode of Progression of Struggle, where I record my journey to pen gears while playing as a casual, hopefully. So far, we started from spending all my silver on buying a Tet Crescent Ring. After that, we did a Vel run, started farming, and survived the madness from episode 3. In this episode, I'll start from evaluating where I can make the most amount of silver with the least amount of time and effort. So, every now and then I'll check on all my storage in the major cities to see what resources are worth to sell and what I should keep for the future use. For example, when I see that I've got around 8,000 Blackstone armor and I can sell them for almost the max price, some of them is definitely going on the market. This is because from the past experience, I know I won't be able to digest that many Blackstones on fail stacking. Therefore, the extra ones will just be silvers that I could be using on somewhere else more productive. Usually around 5,000 armor stones and 3,000 weapon stones is more than enough for a big session. Here, I managed to find another cheap boss gear from the secret shop too, so that's going on the market with the stones. Hey look, another paycheck. It's a bit better this time, I guess. Here I'm just turning in the materials for increasing the cooking and alchemy level of my alt. I'm doing it just to slowly increase my family fame so I get more daily silver. So since I got some silver now, I might as well start some preparation enchanting for the pen runs, and it goes like this. And just like that, I accidentally spent a bit too much than what I like to, so I decided to sell some base materials that are high in price at the moment, just to cover up a portion of the extra expenses. By the way, these clips are around a month old because I didn't have time to edit them. They will eventually catch up with my current progress, I promise. Anyways, I was convinced by my guildies to do some augment grinding one day. After 20 minutes of getting lost in the desert, I finally found the portal. Except it's a Historia portal. I didn't want to waste more time on wandering around, so I just grinded there instead. This is actually the second time that I'm here. The first time was when it first came out, and I was trying to test grind the new mobs in the deserts. That was Pilaku, Desert Fogans, and so on. I came across one of these portals and I didn't know what it is. I thought it's a secret chest or something like that I can talk to and get some freebies, except I was sucked into the abyss and died in one shot from the first mob that I aggroed. This second time around is a lot better. I've seen video about it, read about it, and I know I won't die in one shot with my gear on. I can actually kill them. So I did that for an hour and the result wasn't impressive at all. Mainly because I didn't have enough AP to grind here efficiently yet, but at least it gave me more motivation to gear up. So how do I get out of here without dying? Oh, hello there. No, I don't want to fight. I gotta quickly type something. I'm glad and kinda surprised that I found someone who doesn't kill on sight in a popular grinding area, and he was even kind enough to show me the exits. I bet he got a tongue rat neck in that session. Lastly, I want to talk a bit more about my farming experience so far. I reached Artisan, so I decided to slow down the pace and just farm milk and pepper. The haystack for milk takes up 4 space, but the fence I was using only has 7 spaces. That means I can only put 1 on each fence, which is quite annoying to manage. So I changed them into 10 space fences. The main idea for me to set up these kind of stuff is to make it as easy as possible. Because once it becomes too difficult or annoying, I will just quit after a while, since I still need to manage my real life stuff. Previously, when I was growing mushrooms, they take around 3 to 4 hours to be fully grown on average. I had the Commercialvia buffs on, but the energy consumption was still too high for my farming character, so I actually had to buy some energy just to keep that going. Now both milk and pepper takes roughly half a day to finish. Not only I can be more flexible on my time, but the energy consumption is decreased below the natural regen speed of the character, even without the Commercialvia's blessing. So how profitable is it compared to worker nodes? Here I did some very rough calculations. On average, including the CP spent on nodes that only acts as a link to other nodes, and the CP spent on worker lodgings, each worker node is costing me 5 CP. And they are giving me around 500k worth of materials per day after beer and tax in the current market. That means the 40 CP I spent on the fences has to yield me more than 4 million per day to make them worth the time. Each fence yields me around 120 milk and 70 special pepper a day. This is of course taking breeding into the equations, so I don't have to buy the seeds and haystack from the market every time. Both of them are selling for around 10k each, and after some boring math, I get around 6.46 mil per day after tax from the 4 fences farming milk and pepper alone. There are other rare items that I didn't include, like magic fruits, magic seeds, hearts, sharps, and stonetail fodder. Therefore, having a few farms definitely is a better CP per silver investment compared to worker nodes. Anyways, that's it for today. Like it if you subscribe, hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video.